Hey guys, today's video is going to be my Pan That Palette update video for you. This is the first update in this Pan That Palette series and I'm working on my Beauty Bay palette. This is the EYN Nude palette. It has 42 eyeshadows in it. So what I'm going to do is try and get a clip from the introduction video. I'm not sure how clearly, because obviously it's such a huge palette, you're going to be able to see the individual shades. But what I'll do is I'll try and grab a as clear as possible clip from the introduction video, and then I can show you the progress that I've made in the last month. I have managed to hit pan in two new eyeshadows since the introduction video, so I'm really excited to show you, and I've got some really good dips going on in other shades as well. So here's where I was at the introduction. And here is where I'm at now. So here's just like an overview, and then I will kind of zoom in a bit and you can see the individual shades. I think what I'll do is I'll go row by row and show you how I've been using the eyeshadows, because then I can get nice and close and you can see each individual eyeshadow. So the top row, the main one I focused on is obviously Delicate. I managed to clear out that top section there, and I think for the next update I want to try and move out this side and just have that bottom bit left, and then I've also been working on Vanilla Latte just as like a nice yellowy transition shade for me for my brown toned looks. And I've kind of worn off the embossed B, but there's not really a dip going on just yet. So other than that, for the sort of lighter shades I have been kind of going in between Nothing Else, All or Nothing, and Bare Necessity, just sort of going in between those three for what I fancy that day, and just to blend out in the crease. Obviously they're slightly warmer, more peachy tones than this Vanilla Latte, so it just depends on what look I'm doing on that particular day. And then I've also been using, well, I haven't like made loads and loads of progress, but I've been working on Maple Syrup, Nutmeg and Hazel, those sort of warmer browns here. Only a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 times each. And pairing that with either Lumos, which I hit pan on, as you can see. So I'm really happy about that, and also Salted Caramel, and there's a huge dip going on in Salted Caramel that I've made this month. But other than that, nothing else on that row really. And then as for the last full row of eyeshadows, the one I've been focusing in on the most is Tiger Eye, and that is this shade here. And that is what I have all over my lid today. I'm going to try and zoom in and show you my eye makeup today. So I have all of those transition shades that I was talking about in my crease. I have that Tiger Eye shimmer all over the lid. And then what I did was I topped it off with my NYX glitter. This one is NYX Glitter Brilliance in the shade, oh, it just says 08. I feel like it's called Bronze, but it doesn't have it on the actual packaging, but this is what it looks like. And I just sort of put down some glitter glue and just tapped that all over the eyes. And it just really adds like a nice, just really glams up the look a little bit more. Then moving on to this full row of matte brown eyeshadows, dark browns, I hit pan in the shade Earth, which was the eyeshadow I was using in my eyebrows, and I really loved it for that. But since hitting pan I did move over to the shade Grizzly, and there's a really nice big dip going on in Grizzly as well. And I just use a small angled eyeshadow brush to fill in my eyebrows. So yeah, that's the shade I have in my brows today. Other than that, I don't think I used many of the other ones in that row. I did use After Dark a few times to actually fill in my hairline, like around here, for when my roots were showing through. I've since dyed my hair dark again, but that really helps just to cover up the blonde that starts to come through. And just for the last bottom row here, I used all of these grey blue tones in a blue look twice. So I've used all of those twice. You would have seen that in my A to Z project. That was the look I was wearing in that one, and I topped that with a different glitter. I topped that, let me see if I can get it out for you. So I used all of these kind of mattes in the crease, then I topped the lid with silver lining, and then I just popped down some glitter primer and then used my MAC glitter here. I've had this for absolutely years. This one's just in the shade 3D Silver. And that's what I had on in my Beauty A to Z project pan, in case you were wondering. And then, as we know, I don't really tend to use black eyeshadow, but what I've been doing is on a few of those looks, particularly the blue one, I've been using this as an eyeliner and just using kind of like a dense angled eyeliner brush and just running that all along the top to the top lash line. And that has been working really, really well, and I think there's quite a good amount of progress on that shade as well. I will say this is not the best black eyeshadow I've ever used. It doesn't even compare to the one in the Tartelette palette. So it's very, very, very chalky and has a lot of fallout. So I only use it obviously when I'm doing my eye makeup first. So of course I hit pan on two eyeshadows, hit pan on Earth and Lumos. And my goals for the next update, I really want to be able to hit pan on Grizzly, which is obviously this second eyebrow shade. And then also I want to hit pan on Salted Caramel, this shimmery bronze. And maybe Vanilla Latte, it depends on how many uses I get on that one. But definitely those first two. And then I also want to sort of clear out this side of Delicate. I don't know if I can't remember if I mentioned that earlier, so I can just have the bottom showing. So those are going to be my goals for next time, and then hopefully I'll have two more pans showing. I also really want to start working on some of these other mid-tone browns, working in some of these other ones as well. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this palette is coming along so far and the progress that's been made in a month. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to stick around and see how I get on next month, then please do subscribe to my channel, and I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!